On first down, they hand off to Marlon Mack. Huge hole, 50-yard line. He's at the 40, still going near sideline. He's at the 10. He's at the 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Marlon Mack. Touchdown, I-N-D-Y. And again, it's picked off. It's Darius Leonard. Leonard with a second INT, and he's streaking down the near sideline. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's going to go. A pick six for the Maniac. Kenny Moore gets to Deshaun Watson. That's a sack for Kenny Moore. Kenny has a pick and now a sack in the game.
Horseshoe is back, baby. The horseshoe is back.
What is up, Colts Nation? Welcome back to the Bring the Juice podcast. I am your host, Derek Larger, today. Basically, it's just going to be me today. Cody and Andrew have other stuff going on, so the show's going to go on now. So today's topic, we're going to be talking to you guys about the option of picking up Malik Hooker's fifth-year option for this upcoming season. So I think we spoke with you guys, Cody and Andrew spoke with you guys, I think about a week and a half ago about whether or not the Colts should trade Malik Hooker, discussing if that would be an option or if they thought that would be a good idea. Well, basically today we're going to be talking about whether they should pick up the fifth-year option. So obviously now that the draft is over, Colts general manager Chris Ballard stated that they would wait until after the draft to make a decision on whether or not to pick up Malik's fifth-year option. And obviously, they have until Monday, May 4th to make a decision. So we should be expecting a decision very, very soon. And ultimately, it's all going to be about whether or not they should. So here's the thing, guys. So Malik Hooker has played in 34 games over these past few years, right? He's now going to be in his fifth season, and we're going to have a situation where the safety room is going to be kind of small for the Indianapolis Colts, right? They just drafted safety Julian Blackmon. He obviously is still rehabbing from a ACL tear, and the Colts, while they haven't really given much of a timetable, are expected to try and see if that we can get him going in October, which would be about 10 months after the injury that Blackmon suffered last December. So if the season were to continue to start on time, like we assume it might, then he would be out for practically a month, maybe a month and a half. Then that's just putting it very slightly too. Well, here's the thing. You got Kahari Willis on the other side, and you have to think about the fact that who's your backups. You got George Odom and obviously Roland Milligan, but that's all you really have right now. So regardless of what you think about Malik Hooker and his status with the Colts, I think it would be a very smart option for Ballard to pick up that fifth-year option for Malik Hooker. And ultimately for a couple reasons. One, because of, the money being a thing. Two, because of depth. And three, there's no point in not doing it. Let's just talk about the money for a second. Obviously, Malik Hooker is going to be getting money here soon at some point. I know the stats aren't necessarily there, but, GMs will understand that, Malik has been there and he has been playing, and there's a reason he doesn't have the stats like other safeties do, because they don't throw the ball in direction of Malik Hooker as often as other people. We talked about this in the 2018 season when Malik Hooker wasn't getting any stats. Well, we found out because of the fact that nobody was throwing the ball in the general direction of Malik Hooker because of his ball hawking ability. It just makes sense that he's going to get money somewhere. Ultimate problem is the durability. It's the issue with Malik Hooker right now. Always is hurt, and it stinks because he's got good potential, still untapped potential. Really hope that he continues to get his mind and body right And I think that he can continue to be a great safety in this league. I don't think that's the issue with it. I mean, ultimately, the Colts want to see Malik Hooker continue to be a reliable free safety because you drafted a Julian Blackmon. Yes, Julian Blackmon has the ACL problem. It's the same thing that Malik had. But you watch Julian Blackmon play. I mean, this guy can play. He plays like a Bob Sanders. I've been kind of teasing Colts fans about that for a long time, and I just teased them about it a couple days ago on Twitter. Everybody saw the play with Julian Blackmon lighting up the receiver in the flat when it came to a game against Oregon. And that just kind of brings me to my depth argument here is, that defense is already really good as is that Ballard has helped put together. Why would you want to not pick up Malik Hooker and have that problem at safety? Why would you want to have that issue? Because we know that whether or not you like Malik Hooker or not, he's going to be available come September or when the season starts. Blackman's not. Blackman's not going to be ready unless the NFL season gets pushed back to mid-October or later. Then it's not going to happen. You're going to have Kahari Willis playing safety, and then you're going to have possibly George Odom starting at free safety. Now, I know some Colts fans would say that's a good thing, but I would much rather have Malik Hooker starting than I would George Odom right now. So why not pick up the option of a already proven guy in the league versus just not doing it, and then you're going to have a bigger question mark at the safety spot than what you would with Malik Hooker. And there's some people that have actually wondered this. I saw a stat that said Kahari Willis has actually had more playing time in his college/NFL career than Malik Hooker has. Believe it or not, folks, Malik Hooker only played one full season at Ohio State. Of course, that one full season was phenomenal. And then played half a season with Indianapolis his first year, got an ACL injury, missed the rest of that season, and then the years coming into that, had durability issues, couldn't stay on the field all the time, and, having to deal with that. But when he was in, he was keeping people away from his spot, which is good. I just don't understand why you want to potentially get rid of Malik Hooker, not fill that spot, and then have to try to fill it some other way with somebody that you don't necessarily know is there. That's my issue. Pick up the fifth-year option, Colts. I think that what you're doing right now is really good. I honestly think Chris Ballard will pick it up. I think he's just playing it for, the fact that he's obviously taking his time. And they probably have some serious talks with Malik Hooker that needs to be done. Obviously Malik has to come into the season knowing that, this might be a boom or bust year for him. This might be because, Blackman's on the backside here, and Blackmon can play Hooker's spot and other areas of the coverage. And who knows if, Malik Hooker's going to be that guy going into the future. The only way he's going to be able to do that is if he is able to stay on the field and produce and show Chris Ballard and Frank Reich that he's capable of doing so. I know a lot of people were talking about, is Malik Hooker really gone because he's deleted all his Colts stuff and everything else? Well, yeah, but he also deleted his Ohio State stuff. He pretty much deleted everything off of Instagram. So it wasn't like he just deleted only Colt stuff and everything else. Maybe he is going through a clean slate. Maybe he's trying to figure out his mind and everything else. But the fifth-year option for a guy like Malik Hooker, I think, is a no-brainer here because you got a guy who in his first 7 games as an Indianapolis Colt, had 3 interceptions, was looking to be on his way to winning Defensive Rookie of the Year before he went down. I mean, this kid's still young. He's 24 years old, 25 years old, and it just makes sense to have another young safety back there in that secondary to help continue to get better. Who knows? Maybe even the addition of Xavier Rhodes might actually help him. Who knows? But I think that the Colts absolutely need to continue to keep Malik Hooker on this roster, at least as of right now, until you know Julian Blackmon's going to be available and ready, and you find something else to hinder that, because right now the Colts absolutely need the depth. You can do it for great financial compensation. It just makes total sense right now for a potential standpoint. The Colts should pick up that 5th-year option for Malik Hooker. All right, Colts fans, that's going to do it for us. Thank you guys so much again for the support. I'm thinking of getting a new series started here soon. Maybe I'm thinking about some stuff, about some other ideas for the podcast. I want to, talk it over with Cody and see how we're looking on a potential idea for that. And we'll see if you guys like it. But thank you guys so much again. And as always, go Colts.